Hello, Caroline Bell from Summerhill Financial Services, just with another update. So markets continue to be pretty volatile at the moment, particularly given with lots of noise that's occurring in the media. Now, from a political point of view, of course, things can get pretty serious, but markets are impacted by noise for sure in the short term, but longer term, they're much more impacted by what's happening from a corporate point of view. So corporate earnings, corporate growth, etc. Now, as many of you may recall, we actually have had an underweight position to US shares in our clients' portfolios for some time, and that's actually been paying dividends in the last 12 months or so in particular, with higher than expected returns from our clients' portfolios, but also with going forward with volatility, there's talk of potential recession in the US, already positioned to not be as impacted by anything that happens in the US as a result of that. It is interesting though in terms of a lot of these things can feel pretty traumatic and pretty big as we go through them, but from a stock market point of view, when we look back, they can be relatively small or short-lived. So there's an attachment in this email with this video that might be of interest to some of you, just in relation to looking at sort of the timeline with some major global events that have happened over history and the impact that they've had on share markets. But of course, always happy to talk to anyone if there's any concerns in relation to portfolios. But we're very happy with how things are positioned as is. And again, as you know, we've been a little bit cautious over the last few months anyway, really only investing monies when there's been dips from time to time, but sitting on sort of some cash positions at the moment anyway. One of the things that we're looking at as well for clients, and particularly clients' children more so, is the first home savings scheme. Alex is our resident expert on that, but particularly if you have children that want to boost their savings in relation to saving for their first home, feel free to contact Alex and he can give you a little bit more detail in relation to that if it's suitable for kids. We're looking at updating our review process, particularly in relation to the online wizard. So as many of you know, you sort of go online and update your details before we then prepare and plan for your planning meeting. It's a little bit clunky, as many of you know, and it continues to be so. So we're currently looking at alternatives. So what would be really useful for us, if you could give us your feedback in relation to what does work for you with the online wizard, what has been useful, and what really isn't useful, and things that we wouldn't bother with when developing a new version. And lastly, one of the things we're looking at the moment is online credit card payments. So hopefully in the next month or so, with the quarterly invoices that are sent out, you should be able to pay them by credit card online should you wish to do so. But we'll provide more detail about that when it's available. As always, any questions or comments, feel free to contact any of us. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.